skin. My love is potion made of angels' wings. Pussy, pussy, why the salty tears? For all the pains that I suffer here, I can't help the tears as I reach for my gun. Reach for my gun. Reach for my arm. If you could see the things I'm seeing, if you could feel the things I'm feeling, if you could hear the things I'm hearing, you might understand my madness, my madness. Pussy, pussy, where has your tail gone? So for a penny and a faithless song. Pussy, pussy, do you like my reed? I like the flowers, so but not the teeth, no, no, not the teeth. As I reach for my gun, reach for my gun, reach for my. For my gun, reach for my gun, reach for my If you could see the things I'm seeing, if you could feel the things I'm feeling, if you could hear the things I'm hearing, if you could see the things I'm seeing, if you could feel the things I'm feeling, if you could hear the things I'm hearing. They're all just galaxy. You never listen to me. You're just a flower on the wall. You never listen to me. You just don't pay attention at all. Your conversation runs dry. When you smile, you just cry deep inside. Your inexperience shows, which your fashionable clothes just can't hide. You never listen to me. You're just a flower on the wall. You never listen to me. You just don't pay attention at all. Hey little girl, don't you know you're too plain? When you say once more, they say not again. No, 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 not again. No, 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 not again. No, 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 not again. No, 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 not again.
You're looking extremely mean and moody now. How do you manage it?
It's the black I'm wearing. Yes, the producer told me to wear black, and I'm wearing black. And
What, just in order to bolster your image?
Yes, yes, in fact, yes.
So you're not really
I'm not. No, I
enigmatic,
usually wear white lace. Yeah,
at home?
yeah, all the time.
There's, that kind of tallies with your Indian prince's background, doesn't it? I mean, why aren't you back in India, lying down, being
my
fed
father
by
came to
servants?
England, and ever since then I've sort of been an Asian abroad, you see, an expat, as it were.
So how did you get into music?
Well, my father wanted me to be a musician. I really wanted to be a doctor or accountant, but my father made me go into music.
He stopped you from going to university? in
Yes,
order
he did. He told me, babe, just leave school just after I'd done my O-levels.
And being the archetypal, obedient Indian
Yes,
son,
exactly.
you did exactly what your father wanted you to do.
Of course, yes.
I'm really impressed by this bit.
Oh, yes.
I would have become an accountant.
Would you?
Yes, I certainly should have. Would have. Now, did you have any difficulty in breaking into music?
To a degree, yes. How do you mean breaking into music? Clarify, please.
How you became a cult figure in the music press?
It's because I wasn't successful. I became a cult figure. You see. Had I been successful, I would have been a worldwide pop star.
Well, you've had a lot of critical success, haven't you?
Yes, I suppose, yes. But there again, people who get into the top 5 don't have critical success. It's the critical success which is the major sort of watershed. If you start getting bad reviews,
you start selling records. Would you like to trade in your good reviews for?
Well, I wouldn't mind. Yeah, I suppose.
Now, the normal route to pop stardom, and stardom of any sort, actually, especially if you're an Indian, is through films. Now, have you had any experience in films, and have you got any ambitions to become a film star?
Well, not in the same way as Indian films, no.
You have had experience in a film?
I have been in a film, yes. I was standing in Covent Garden Market where they have fire eaters, things like that. And I was watching a fire eater, and this woman came up to me and said, "Are you Spanish?" And I said, "No," but she said, "Can you act?" I said, "Well, yes, as a matter of fact."
Oh, you would you?
No, yes, I would.
Opportunist.
Yes.
Carry on.
And she said, "Would you like to act in a film? I'll make you a star," she said, poking me in the chest. And so I did, and I had to get my hair cut because what I was actually doing was playing a Spanish flamenco guitarist to get shot in the head by midgets. But the thing is, of course, well, midgets are very expensive to hire, so they had to suggest the midget quality of the person who shot me by having the camera very low down.
And you were suddenly shot from right down there on the
and then I had to get my hair cut because I was in a hospital. And at the time we were shooting it was in the National Hospital for Nervous Diseases, and we were shooting this fiction film on the top floor, and at the time the Israeli ambassador, I don't know if you recall, was shot in the head, and NBC and CBS were shooting the real life on the second floor. We were on the top
and they
floor.
mistook you for a patient?
Well, no.
Well, you came over here at the age of 7, I believe, from India.
6 or 7. Yeah.
6 or 7.
66.
Do you have any Indian influences left?
Yes.
What sort?
Possibly the way I think sometimes.
How do you mean?
Oh.
I'll put you on the spot there.
Yeah, just in my general philosophy, but I may or may not want to go into that. It depends if it depends if that's vodka or water.
It's white meths.
Great. Not in my day-to-day life. No, I suppose I'm quite English, or possibly quite international. I don't know, because my family background is quite interesting. My mother was American, my father was Indian, and a lot of his friends married Europeans, and we spoke English. Although I learnt.
What about the monochrome set now? Let's get on to your future with the monochrome set. You're on the brink of success. You're signed onto a big record label. Do you think you'll achieve this success now?
Oh yes. Yes.
How do you propose to do it?
Well, we release the single and then we sort of do a video and we convince everybody how fantastic it is. And that's basically how you do it. And everybody goes out and buys it, and of course you get to #1 and you make a lot of money and you're wonderful, and mansion, car.
Bid, you and I go back a long way. We met last week, I believe. There's one question I'd like to end with.
Yeah.
One question that you may or may not answer, but I'd like to ask it anyway. How did you get your name? How did you get your name, Bid?
Oh, look, I mean, I told you not to ask me that. It's extraordinarily private. It's extraordinarily private. Richard Burton came up to me during the filming of the last film and said, "You are Bid." And previous to that, I was Ganesh, which is my Indian name.
Well, that sounds completely believable. Thanks for the moment, Bid. We'll come back to you a bit later.